Hosting live.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, anywhere in the world. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. My name is Charles Andrade. I am the first Team Tsunami leader with Team Tsunami Worldwide. I just wanted to welcome you to today's hangout about this exciting new program that's about to launch on September 8th. With us, we have Bart Jansen, super leader, and we have CEO Darren Barton of Winning Concepts and one of his power leaders, Mark Hudson. So thank you everybody for joining this hangout, and we're all going to speak a little bit about what's going on. Bart is now going to explain how Ad Experts works and how it can make you money. So please go ahead, Bart.
Yeah, hi guys. Some of you have been here before, so welcome back. Hopefully you brought some prospects. And for you that are first time on the call, welcome to your future. That's the best way to put it. What we're promoting in the program is called adexperts.com. And what it is an advertising program that's based upon an online MLM magazine. And it's been created by a man named Matthew Torin. And Matthew has a great deal of success with print magazines he's made before, very successful, that he sold for millions of dollars. He's also written a few books, including some on kid entrepreneurship. So we have this amazing talent that is going to get us a bunch of advertising in this program, as well as he's teamed up with a man named Daniel Butts, and Daniel is sort of like this program engineer extraordinaire. So let's get into a little bit what we're doing here. Again, the name of the program is called adexperts.com. Please look up the website. You will see it's very professional and non-hypey and not about the compensation plan. It's really about the program itself, the advertising you're going to get, and what it's all about. Basically, what we're doing is we're purchasing, let me stop real quick and actually just give a little fair warning to everybody. For us that are getting into this business, I'm going to start doing this on every call. We have to be able to promote and bring other people. Okay, there's a minimum requirement for you to be able to sponsor 2 people for you to be able to make money with this. All right, so we as a teams are believing that that number is not good enough. We think that 3 is more of a better number because people will fall out, whether it be sickness in the family, emergency, whatever else may happen. So please keep that in mind. 3 people is good. The best number we believe is really out there is 5, and it's the perfect number because what it'll do is it'll give you a lot of viral growth, okay? And you'll be able to catch the momentum of the teams that you're on as well as the teams that are next to my team, okay, which is another leg. But so what we're doing is we're buying a spot of advertising. It's $420 for that advertising spot. We're going to get a 250 by 250 banner ad on an MLM magazine called Home Business Giant. And when you go to the website, you can go down to the bottom. You can preview the front page of that magazine now. And what they're going to do is they're going to drive a whole ton of traffic to this online magazine. Paid for traffic to start with. There's going to be redirect traffic from his blogs. He already has very successful blogs. And as well, they're going to put some huge SEO work into this to create just a ginormous amount of traffic to this. Well, what does that mean for us? Well, what that means is we're buying a product that's going to get us sales into our primary businesses. So whether you're in Viasalis or Penny Matrix or Explosial or Organo Gold or Riplin, you name it. There's a lot of people joining us in a lot of other teams, Empower Network, Pure Leverage, so on, so on, so on. Those people that I've just mentioned now are already coming with us, some big leaders in those groups, and you'll understand why. So what we're really excited about is, of course, this traffic we're going to get. It's going to get us conversions. It's going to help us build our blogs, help us build our lists, and we're going to be able to make some really good money from that. Well, the second part of that is we're going to go into a money-making funnel. It's sort of like a flipped upside-down matrix, if you want to call it, but it's a funnel because of the way that it's shaped and the way that it works. So 10 times better than matrix in the sense that Darren will explain in a minute how it works and why it's so much better. But the money-making potential to this is phenomenal and eye-opening. We're very excited about it. We're extremely excited that Matthew Torin has put his personality, reputation, all of that into this business that we're teaming up with, and that's what's gotten really a lot of eyes on this. Getting calls every day, minute of the night, people saying, hey, this looks great, how do I get involved? And again, we're here to help you. So again, fair warning, you need to make sure that you share this with other people. We are going to be doing live hangouts every couple days until the Sunday launch, which means the next one will be Wednesday. There'll be another one on Friday. Both of those will be at 4 p.m. We will follow up with another one on Saturday also, just to give you updates as far as how my entry into the system works, because I'll be going in a little bit earlier than everybody else to test the system, make sure everything's working fine, basically in a beta pre-launch. So that's going to occur, and as well, we want to make sure that we update with any information we find out from Daniel as far as the program itself and everything that you need to keep in touch and keep you aware. So with that, I'd like to get into the actual compensation plan now with Darren and let him go ahead and show you how it works. So Darren, if you're ready to take the stage, here you go, my friend.
Okay, first of all, can you hear me? If I switch the right button on.
Perfect.
Brilliant. Okay, right. Well, hopefully we can. Okay, can you see my screen now?
Yes, sir.
It works.
Perfect.
Can you see it? Yes.
Yes.
Brilliant. Oh, great. 2 days running. Hey. Okay, welcome everybody. And as Bart says, this is an slightly unusual pay plan because it uses a funnels, and obviously you can see the bits of the presentation that I'm going to go through. I'm going to make this as brief as I can because I know a lot of people will have been through this presentation already, and those of you that are new and looking at this for the first time, clearly obviously get in touch with the person who sent you the link or introduced you to this hangout, and I'm sure they'll be able to give you any of the background detail should you need it. Essentially, you're going to be buying, as Bart says, some advertising space, credits, impressions, whichever terminology you're familiar with. You're basically going to be advertising your primary business. So again, whatever that might be, that's what you're going to be purchasing. Once you've purchased it, you're going to be entered into a Cyclone funnel, which obviously you can see that once you exit that Cyclone funnel, your $400 advertising purchase is effectively given back to you into your bank account. You then come out of the Cyclone funnel and then go into the Tornado funnel, and once you work your way through that smaller funnel, you are then $7,000 richer. Now there is a lot more that I've skirted over there, and I'm going to go through that in a bit more detail now. So first of all, this is the Cyclone funnel. Now please ignore the icons that I've put on here. At the moment, because obviously we're in a beta testing stage, we're unsure of what the icons are going to be. I suspect that obviously they'll have a cyclone or tornado feel about them. But essentially the colour system will be the same. So at the top here we have the empty spots, and everything below those empty spots are always going to be filled. Now there's a little bit of confusion out there at the moment thinking that you have to fill that whole funnel on your own in order to make the money. That's not the case at all. What you need to understand is that at the most there will be 8 empty spots at the top of the funnel. However, you could be lucky in so much as there's only 1 empty spot which is filled by you, and I'll go into what happens with that later on. But essentially the situation that we've got here is we've got a row of empty spots here. We have a row of spots here where the individual has been, so let me just skip ahead. The person here has recruited 1 person, and then we've got some green icons here where the individual has recruited or referred 2 people. Now that is as many as you need to do, and again, as Bart has already said, that means you're qualified and you're great, you're good to go. However, for you to make the maximum amount of money through this system is that we will always advise you to go for at least 3, better to go for 5. And the reason that is because as we've already mentioned, is that some people, life just gets in the way, and either they can't work the business or for whatever reason it just doesn't suit them. At least you've got some insurance if you've gone for at least 3 people. And then also to go through the $7,000 funnel, you need to take at least 1 of these people with you. So there's also an idea, if you're looking at strategies, to go at least 3 wide and go at least one of those, make sure one of those legs is a strong leg. Okay. So as you come through the funnel, and we've got here a completed funnel, and as I've said, you may come into this spot here. You do not have to fill all those places yourself at all. You've got all these people here who will be filling these spots, and also you'll have people in other funnels who will also be filling these spots as well. And again, you'll pick that up as we go through this presentation. However, at the bottom of the funnel, once this cyclone funnel has been filled up, there are 4 things that are going to happen to you. The first one, as I've already mentioned, you're going to earn $400, and that'll go straight into your account. You will also be given another advertising position in the magazine. So your initial purchase is an ongoing advertising purchase, so you'll never have to dip your hand in your pocket again for more advertising. It's going to be just simply ongoing all the time. And the other thing is, you're going to be promoted from a sales associate into a sales broker, and the benefit of that is that you then get entry into what we're calling the tornado funnel. So we just need to understand a little bit of how the mechanics and the maths work on that. As I've already said, the funnel will already be filled up to those levels here. It is the top levels that people who are buying advertising for the first time, they are going to occupy those spots. So as we know, there's going to be 8 spots times $400, so that brings in $3,200 to the top of that funnel. At the bottom, you can see that the individual at the bottom will receive $400 cash. They will also receive $400 worth of extra advertising, and that will also take them into yet another cyclone funnel. But that has to be funded in some way. So as you can see, it comes out of the overall pot here. And then you get entry into a tornado funnel, and again, that isn't free of charge. That has to be funded, and that is worth $2,400. And again, adding all that up, you can see that at this point, the total funding for the top of this funnel has now been effectively passed on to the person at the bottom. And at this point, ad experts have made no money whatsoever, so they're at the break-even point. Now, because this individual here has now been promoted and goes into a tornado funnel, there's something that's interesting that happens to the existing cyclone funnel. It now splits and creates 2 more cyclone funnels, and in doing that, it creates 2 more opportunities for people to make their $400, and it also creates 2 lots of 8 spots or opportunities for people to get advertising into the magazine. So I hope that was quite clear. We're now moving on to the tornado funnel. So as I've said to you before, you come out of a cyclone funnel and you go straight into the top of the tornado funnel. And as you can see, this one is slightly different in the fact it's a smaller funnel. So you will occupy one of these spots here. Okay. And at the bottom, you've got the individual who will be, once this tornado funnel is filled, they will receive $7,000 worth in cash, and they will also receive an automatic additional spot into another tornado funnel. Now, it's also important to understand that the individual here does not need to wait until all 4 spots have been filled for them to earn any part of this money. As the first spot is filled, then the person at the bottom will receive $1,750. And then as the second spot is filled, they will then also receive another $1,750, and so on until all 4 spots have been filled. And again, just to very briefly go through the mechanics of that. As you know, there's 4 spots. We already know that each spot is going to cost $2,400, which the individual is going to be bringing into that from their cyclone funnel. And as you can see, they get $7,000 worth of earnings straight into their account, and they also get funding for another tornado funnel. All that added together is $9,400. And it's interesting to note that it is only at this point that ad experts actually make $200 profit. So it really is in their interest to make sure as many people get to the bottom of the tornado funnel in order for them to become even more profitable. And the same scenario happens again with the tornado funnel. So the individual at the bottom has now been promoted. They go into another top of another tornado funnel, and the tornado funnel that is left then splits up and becomes 2, again creating 2 more spots for people to earn $7,000, and again 2 sets of 4 empty spots for people to occupy from the cyclone funnels. Now, during the initial stages of the opportunity, these funnels will cycle very, very fast. How fast, we don't know at this stage. I mean, we can try and guess at what it'll be on our previous experience, but you just need to understand that you possibly need to be near your computer a number of times, shall we say, during the first couple of days, because you'll see your icons moving really, really quickly. And this is just a brief outline of what actually is happening. This is the bigger picture of the Ad Experts opportunity. So as I've already explained, you'll come out of your first cyclone funnel and you'll go into a tornado funnel. But also remember that you've got an extra cyclone position, and that effectively means that you're going to continually have come out of a cyclone funnel and create a clone or a mini U or a second U that will automatically go into the next cyclone funnel, then the next cyclone funnel, and so on. And again, as you come out of a cyclone funnel, you will create a tornado funnel. And as you come out of a tornado funnel, you're automatically funding another tornado funnel. So as you can see, it exponentially is growing hugely all the time. And only on just 4 cycles of a cyclone funnel, you can see the sort of growth and the potential earnings that you could be making during just those first few cycles. How long that will take, we're unsure at this moment. We're assuming that some people that will happen really quickly, depending on how busy they get during the last remaining few days of this week, and during the first week of launch. But again, this will continue to happen through to infinity on tornadoes and through to infinity on cyclones. So it'll just get bigger and bigger and bigger. Now that's the Ad Experts opportunity. On the back end of the Ad Experts opportunity, you'll remember that Bart talked about a chap called Daniel Butts. Now this is Daniel Butts here. He's the co-founder or development manager of the Ad Experts. He's written the software for these funnels. Now he has a sister program, and he has a number of programs, and I'm sure Bart will give you a bit of experience on those later on. But he has another program. At the moment we're calling it the Big Sister. It isn't necessarily top secret, but Daniel has asked us just to keep it under wraps at the moment, because he wants everybody to be totally focused on the Ad Experts business, because it is the successful people that come through the Ad Experts operation, through the tornado funnels, that are going to be best positioned to take advantage of this next opportunity. And fun enough, it looks exactly like the Ad Experts opportunity as far as the funnels are concerned. Now there are 2 funnels. We've called them Funnel A and Funnel B. You go into the first funnel, same process as Ad Experts. There will be a substantial product that you're going to be purchasing. However, when you exit the Funnel A, you're going to receive $10,000 in cash, and that will go straight into your account. The other thing that will happen is that you'll also have an offshore banking facility set up, and that's with an international debit card. And that's going to be really, really important, because the amount of money that you are going to be making over the next few months with these opportunities. I'm not entirely sure about where you're based, but certainly my bank would be asking certain questions as to why all of a sudden I've got $10,000 dropping in there on regular occasions. So the offshore banking is an excellent bonus to exiting a funnel, the A funnel. And then thirdly, you'll then come out of the A funnel and you'll be funded a spot straight into what we're calling the B funnel. Now again, very briefly, we're going to look at the funding of the A funnel. The entry point or cost into the A funnel will be $7,000. Hence the reason that he's tagged this onto the end of Ad Experts, because people will cycle $7,000 over the next few weeks and months, and that will give them an opportunity to either just simply withdraw that and say thank you very much, or actually move some of that money and reinvest it, if you like, or repurchase a product and take advantage of these two funnels. So eight people with $7,000 creates $56,000 in this hopper. And as you can see, at the moment, these are just rough estimates because we're just working on rough numbers at the moment. But you can see that, as we've already said, there will be a $10,000 payout. There'll be a offshore banking setup, which is about $6,000. And then there'll be an entry fund into the B funnel, which will be around about $40,000. There is a reason why it is going to be that expensive. And the reason that is because you're going to get $100,000 when you actually cycle out of the B funnel. Now, there is no funnel matrix compensation plan alive on the internet at the moment that can guarantee that you exit a pay plan and you'll get $100,000. Now, that won't actually happen all in one day, or it could do, but it doesn't mean that you have to wait for all 4 of these spots to be filled up. What will happen is that as this spot fills up, you'll receive $25,000. As this spot fills up, you'll receive another $25,000, and so on. And I hope now that you can see the advantage of having the offshore banking facility already pre-set up in order for you to receive these funds without any difficulties or any challenges. So that is the exit of the B funnel. And again, how is that funded? Well, you'll know the routine by now, I would hope. You're going to be funding it with approximately $40,000, and 4 people bringing that amount of money in is $160,000 going into the top of this hopper. And as I've already said, when you come out of the bottom of this funnel, you're going to receive $100,000 in cash. And then also you'll be funded another position into another another B funnel, which is another opportunity to earn yet another $100,000. So if I then take you back to this slide here, the only difference that you're going to see here is that we will just have this top line which will be continually running. So when you come out of funnel 1 or funnel A, you will be funded straight into funnel B. And then you will be just continually funded into the funnel Bs, where you'll receive $100,000. You won't have this part of the equation. You can obviously bear in mind that you have got all of these clones which will be coming out of a tornado funnel that can easily take advantage of coming into the big sister program, and obviously taking advantage of the funnel system that's there as well. So there's lots and lots and lots of different ways that you can make substantial returns, certainly on this program. And certainly bear in mind that your total risk at the end of the day is $400. And bearing in mind that you will get that money back into your bank account as soon as you exit a Cyclone funnel. And all you need to do in order to exit a Cyclone funnel is just find 2 people. So that takes me very nicely actually to just a very brief introduction to Mark Hudson. Mark Hudson joined me a while back in a number of programs. Some of them he's been very successful at. Yes, I can. Can you hear me? Hi, Mark. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Thank you.
Brilliant.
Yes, I can.
So just a brief. Lovely. Just to briefly introduce Mark to everybody, he's joined me in other programs, some very successfully, some of them not so, and that would go for a lot of people. However, he came to me after having a look at the information that I'd already got for this opportunity, and has literally grabbed it by the scruff of the neck. And I'm not surprised in the least, to be honest, because Mark is he's always positive. You know, you speak to him and he has a total can-do attitude, and he's had his obstacles, he's had his challenges, but he never once has he allowed those to get in the way on his total focus and determination. And those are all fantastic qualities that everybody has to have. However, probably the single most highest quality really that Mark has is that he has the total belief that he cares about his people. And the way that he's structuring his business with Ad Experts just underlines that. He cares about his people. He wants to make sure that they're in a great position to actually succeed. And in doing that, clearly, Mark will succeed. But he's more concerned about making sure he's got people placed where their strengths and weaknesses are matched up, and I think that's a credit to him. So without any further ado, I'll pass you over to Mark, and Mark can just give you a quick resume of how he's managed to achieve what he's achieved in really just a very few days. So I'll hand you over to Mark. Take care, mate.
Okay, if you can just let me know, sound check, that I can be heard. Is that okay?
Yep, we can hear you loud and.
Okay, quick flash of the camera. You might just see a quick picture of me there. I was hoping that I didn't want to disturb the other people that were in the room with some bandwidth wastage. So I'm very, if you like, computery. But I'm also a computer phobia person. I believe that many people don't like the internet, and it puts a lot of people off earning money. But that's where I come in, where I think support is everything, and that's what I see when I look through the windows of these men in this room. But there are some women that's been on as well, so women, don't be frightened of any part of this business. It's not male orientated at all. The first thing to remember that brought me to this is Darren. I'm a serious support person, and Darren attracted me. The power of attraction, have you heard that before? We've all read these books. And I was interested in being where he wanted to be, financially, and he, probably some of the people higher up the business. But the thing that makes the difference to me is that someone without any knowledge, absolutely zero knowledge to this business, can step into the business and create a website that's a duplicated website. They can plug into Charles's system and the Team Tsunami system and create a whopping system. And then you've got this unbelievable marketing platform and the leaders in the business. You put that together, it's unheard of in the internet. There's lots of little things trying to get here, but they're nowhere near. So what attracted me was the simplicity of it. So Darren said, 2 people, Mark. 2 people, but aim for 5. 2 people. Everybody knows 2 people. So for 2 people, you can get your money back. Attraction. So 25 years self-employed, and suddenly you can buy a business and have it paid back to you within a very short period of time. This is quite a rare thing. But I always believe that when people say no, they don't mean no, they just mean not now. So they have a job getting rid of me. I tend to believe that success leaves clues, so I'm very interested in finding the information. I did my due diligence. I listened to the people on the calls, and I followed the whole process. My team has done the same. And I started off with a handful of people, and we'd failed in a few previous programs with just a couple of $1,000 here and there. I call that a failure, but if there's anybody out there listening and they've been in this affiliate marketing business, you need to know that you need to fail to the top. That's one of the best things you'll ever learn. Fail to the top to get to the position, dizzy heights that these people are looking to send us. So what's attractive about getting your money back in a few weeks or a month if you're very slow, or a few hours if you're very quick and you've got some people, is I pick the phone up. This is what I do, I pick the phone up. It's hard to get rid of it's easy to get rid of an email, but it's very difficult to get rid of a person. And when you stand in front of that person and you say, my God, you need to see this. If you don't see it, you won't believe it because it's never been done before. So when you sit in front of the people and listen to them, they don't just come out with drivel. They come out with things that have tried and failed in the past, and then they get workarounds, and then they get people with the knowledge to make that happen. So from 1, we got 2, and from 2, we got 10, and from 10, we got 30, and now we're on the 4th row. We're working on the 32 line. We've already got the 16 more or less batched up, and we started to think about going wide. So I mean, back when Darren says you need to go wide, I always think he thinks I'm a winger. He thinks I'm a footballing winger. But the beauty of this business is anybody that can click a mouse, that can pick a phone up, that can buy recruits, that can build a small income and set a precedent in motion will succeed in this business. And I think the key is the leadership. If the leadership's in place, everything works. It's when it's poor leadership, bad management, that things go slightly wrong. So I think when you look up at this team, and especially my mentor, my upline, I think I'm in a pretty good place, and my team are busting their gut to get going. So the fact that we've actually, and this is rare, got in before launch and got ourselves organised is extremely rare. But I reckon 3 months from now, it will still be a massive opportunity. 1 year from now, it'll just be a bigger opportunity. It's just that rare chance to get in before. So I'm telling people out there, these are ordinary people. If you believe that you can make money online, then you start here. If it's starting from a $7 business, you work up. And you work up to the dizzy heights, and let me tell you, this is embarrassing, of $420. That's the joke. That's about £290 in the UK. The price of a damn good night out in a local in a local city with your friends and a drink, and not to mention the beach where Charles is constantly hangs out. But I believe that you've got a one in a lifetime opportunity. So do take it by the throat and tell people you don't want them to regret it. And a line that I use a lot, which I do use a lot when I'm putting the phone down and I've not got a successful agreement, is I usually say, well, I hope for your sake it's not successful. I hope for your sake it's not successful. And that is a crackerjack line, because you'll find in this world that there's people that follow people and people that watch things happen and people that make things happen. So be a maker. Don't listen to your spouse or your friend that tells you that it's another losing game. Don't do that. I've got a great statement before I go, and you must shut me up. And it's this: if your spouse is giving you some trouble about spending a few £100 on a business, then say to them, I married you for better or worse, and I'll make it better whether you like it or not. I hope you liked that one as a finisher, but I think I've said my piece. Get involved. Get cracking, and my God, you'll change your life. I believe this is one of them times in life you'll look back. Thanks, Darren, for an opportunity, and the lads at the top, thank you very much.
Yeah, what can you say? That was excellent.
I regret anybody who's going to have to follow that now. So good luck, Charles.
I don't know if I can follow that, Mark. Wow, that was incredible.
Yeah,
Thank you for speaking from the heart. I do have some things to add more on the administrative side, but I'll try to add in some heart as well. Okay, so first of all, you can buy into this program using your credit card. It's not like other programs where you have to use payment processors, which are annoying, especially if you don't have any money in payment processors. So if you have an online Visa or an online MasterCard, you can join this. If you don't have a Visa, then you can get a prepaid card by going to entropay.com. We'll have that information listed below this video. Entropay.com. It's a prepaid Visa. So everyone can get access directly to this business. Another thing is that the company pays out through something called iPayout, which is an e-wallet, an online e-wallet, which allows you to get unlimited funds, deposit into it, and then you can withdraw it directly to your bank or onto an e-wallet debit card, which you just put into your ATM and withdraw the cash. Now, what I really loved about what Mark was saying is that we are creating a system so that anybody, even if you're not an expert online marketer, can benefit and make money. And not only that, they can bring in people with a clear conscience, knowing that they can end up making money in this business too. Because we're in a pre-launch phase, a lot of companies, although we've talked to lots already, a lot of them have not even heard about what we are doing here. You have the ability to join this right at the very beginning. We don't even know the fall, the ramifications of this long term, but I do know this means that you are going to cycle a lot more than people that may join later. On top of that, Mark alluded to something that some of you may not know about already, and this is one of the great things that all four of the leaders here are working with, and that is within Team Tsunami we have access to a call center that's going to basically be creating a list of buyers for us. Now what that means is these lists of buyers are going to be in one of our primary businesses, which is called Penny Matrix, but we're adding in millions of people into this company over the coming years. And these people are going to be able to generate enough income to buy into ad experts without even thinking twice. So as soon as they make that amount of money, so say by November, December, whatever it is, we are going to have a constant, repeated, easy source of buyers for ad experts. So by positioning yourself now, not only do you get access to this advertising, which you can use to drive traffic to your primary business, but you know long term, I know Mark said 3 months, 1 year, no, the Ad Experts is going to be around for years. Not only that, we're going to be jumping, and Ad Experts is going to be having more sister programs come out over time. I know Bart's going to talk a little bit more about that after. But ultimately, we're positioning ourselves to be part of one of the largest game boards ever created online for the normal person. Just within the Team Tsunami Worldwide itself, we have over 150 people already, and we haven't even talked to all of our people yet. We've only started advertising in the Facebook groups today. We have just started. Now, in terms of the replicatable side, thank you to Darren Barton from Winning Concepts for creating our incredible Wix site. All you need to do to get one of these sites is to pre-register with one of our teams. We'll add you to the pre-build. Now, just on a side point, this does not mean do not market the business. We're not going to do all the work for you, but we certainly can assist you by maybe putting 1% underneath you during the pre-build phase. So anyways, when you join the pre-registration process, you will be given a Wix site. Go to Wix.com to create an account, and then give your Wix email to your upline, and they will transfer a site to you. All you need to do within there is just a few things, which I'm sure we'll have more training about that after. Now, on top of that, this is new. These other leaders haven't heard this yet. I will be offering training on how to create the perfect 250 by 250 ad spot for Home Business Giant. So everybody's going to have to create these ads so that they can basically position themselves for an amazing amount of clicks. And we've already tested a few examples of really weird ads, but they're getting, like, one of them got 16 clicks out of 44 views, which is incredible. So we're going to offer that training at some point between now and Sunday when the launch happens. Also, Bart's going to talk about how is that launch actually going to happen, what's the order of events, what should you expect. And I think I just want to mention one more thing. When we do have our international business account created, when we get paid out $100,000 in the sister program, we will actually be going to an island resort where our bank is located off the coast of Belize. And that'll be a great chance to network with all of the people from our team that are doing amazing. But we'll get to meet our bankers, and there'll be some other network opportunities there. And my last comment is, anyone who joins us for this ride, we have big, very big things planned. And you are now going to be able to basically join us on an internet ride that the world has never, ever seen before. We are making history right now. We're going to have the largest MLM of all time. We are going to have the fastest growing and most profitable MLMs of all time. And they're going to be created in sequence over the coming years. So go ahead, Bart. Thank you.
Yeah, there you go, right? Now you're getting me excited again. Who knew? Boy, it's a nice vacation day. It was actually relaxing, and but you know, it's people are getting excited, and you guys are doing a great job out there. By the way, some people have contacted me and said, "Hey, can you talk to this leader or this leader or this leader?" Charles, you have no idea. Your team is way bigger than 150 people. It truly is. You have people outside of that you don't even know of yet. Darren, you do too, by the way, which is great. Yeah, this is a great program. I mean, it's really eye-opening. I had a comment from someone who said, you know, all I saw was the website, and the videos on the website made me go, well, I need to contact these guys. You know, they didn't even see a hangout yet, and I think the hangout we did 2 days ago was the best so far. I think this is also a really, really good one, but there's a lot of value here, and people are seeing it. The value of being able to get your clicks and make your sales in your primary business, to be able to go ahead and basically walk into that store with a 100% rebate that you can earn back in a matter of days, or let's say even a week. I mean, would that be so bad that you get your $400 back in 7 days, which means your advertising was free and you're also in an earning position? It's unheard of, exactly like Mark said. There is more to this, folks. The sister program, as you know, is 30 days after the launch of the primary program. There is other programs already written. That means they're already ready. The form is up, the script is written, which means all it is a matter of turning it on. And if we know Daniel, like we know Daniel, we're expecting that next one after the Big Sister program to probably be a $100,000 entry, you know, on a two-funnel system. So the smaller funnel would pay, you know, what, something pretty crazy, you know, maybe 200,000, who knows what. And then again, the $200,000 entry into a big funnel, I mean, who knows what that's going to pay. We're speculating, you know, it's way up there. Well, that would be program number 3. There's through 9 programs written. Timing is going to be done right for us, which means we're going to have plenty of time to, first of all, get people into home business or adexperts.com, make everybody money, have success, make enough money to come into the sister program, obviously, make enough money during the next 3 to 6 months after that to be able to have program number 3 coming. And here's the beauty of it, folks. I know some of you probably said, wow, $7,000. Well, remember, the $7,000 board you made. You know, you're going to make it multiple times. Some people will make it 5 times. Some people make it 10 times before they pull the trigger and go into the Big Sister program. So what's going to be the beautiful thing about this is that you simply are going to leave one of those $7,000 earnings in your bank account. And when that 7-day window comes up and we're going to have a warning, okay, we're going to open up, you know, October 15th or whatever that date is for us to purchase into the Big Sister program, you're just going to push a button and it's going to transfer money from your one program into the other program. You don't have to take it out, you don't have to pay for processing fees, you don't have to worry about the banks. It's going to go right into the program. So it's made really, really easy for you. So there's sort of like the brainless part. The brainless part is you're going to earn it. So it's like being in the casino and playing with your profits, right? Along the way, of course, the Ad Experts is going to continue on. It's going to go on for years. That's always going to be there. So you're not leaving the one program and then just focusing on the Big Sister. No, you're still making money in adexperts.com. The product is going to be amazing. People are going to want to come to us. People are going to ask you, how do I get that traffic you guys are getting, the conversions for Empower Network or for Visalis or Rippling or whatever they're doing. So people are going to come in. There's another part of this business that we didn't touch on yet at all, and I need to right now because I do believe there's probably quite a few people I know through one team especially that is an offline team. So we have a bunch of offline people that are looking at this, and I know that we have a bunch of people coming in from Wall Street. We have some professional sports people coming into this. They want to stay anonymous, as they should, of course. But why would they be coming into this? These people make good money. Well, what they see is an ability to help people make money, whether it be their family members, friends, brother, sister, dad, mom. This is a program that's pretty simple, stupid. It really is. I mean, it's really show 2 people minimum, right? Get them on these Hangouts. Let them see the website. Let them see the videos. Let them see the slideshows. You know, Darren has slideshows available on that website that can be put up on a projector in a room with 50 people in a belly-to-belly style atmosphere and environment. So we're going to have a huge contingency of offline people in this business as well. And why I'm saying that is because I don't want you to sit there and think the only people you're going to bring into this are people that are online. It's just not true. You could go to a really good restaurant where you're going to find a waiter that makes over $2,000 a week in tips. This is a great program for someone like that. All right. What does that mean if he doesn't have an online business? Well, hey, introduce him to Penny Matrix. What a great starting point to go ahead and start his road. The simplest program on the planet. Anyone can make money with Penny Matrix. I plugged my mom into it. I plugged a friend into it. They don't even know they're in it, but they're going to make money with it. But again, so that's why this is going to be really, really big. The other thing that Mark said is really, that's the point. You have to get out there and just show people, right? You're going to get your nose. You're going to have to get through that. But we have built some really, really great tools. We have other things coming. We're working on something that's really special. If it works, we're testing in the next few days. That's going to really help you even blow this thing up even bigger. Because the fact is, even as this is going, you're going to want to still promote, okay? Even if someone comes with 10 people and they start off at the launch at 10 and they've helped their team now and now their whole team is plugged into the system, you're still going to want to go ahead and promote, because the more people you bring behind you, the more times you're going to cycle out, the more multiple spots you're going to be going through that first system, making you money, money, money over and over and over again. And the more ability you're going to make into that Big Sister program. And if we have the big picture vision ahead of us, knowing we want to make it to program 3, we want to make it to program 4, we're going to have a lot of people make a lot of money. This is not us riding on your backs and then you're not getting anything for this. This is us helping you get to the same place we're going, okay? Because we're going there. The people on this call are going to go there. And you can go there with us. You just simply use the tools that we give you, get people on the Hangouts, which we will continue to do, get people into the training, and we're going to help you make this happen for you. All right? So, again, it's sort of like a once-in-a-lifetime. It's eye-opening. It is going to change Internet programs as we know it. I don't think I've ever seen anything that's going to make money for people faster or as much, okay? And it's got a great product. It's got traffic, what everybody needs. So anyone that's online at all needs this product, right? So there is no person that's in a program that wouldn't love what this is, all right? So keep that in mind. I feel like I'm totally forgetting something. Charles, I don't know if you want to speak up and make a comment as well, too, folks. If you have some questions, please post them in the YouTube chat area. We'd like to get them answered. If you can't get on here and you're not live, please go ahead and get them to your leaders as well, so we can get them addressed for you. But Charles, you have any more comments or notes to make on where we're going with this?
There are a few things. I know within our team and in Darren's team, a few people have expressed the concern that a $420 one-time buy-in, so that is the cost of the program for $420 US, is a lot for them. And then other people have expressed that, hey, how am I going to recruit 2 people, let alone we recommend 5 for optimal growth? So this is what some people in my team have done. They've teamed up with 2, 3, 4, or even more people, reducing the cost of $210 or $140 or even $105. And by doing that, it actually does a few things. One, it alleviates the cost of joining the program, but it also alleviates the burden of recruiting new people. Now, if I told you, can you recruit one person into this program, most people would say, yes, I can recruit one person. So maybe you could team up with someone in that situation. There's also another opportunity where someone has the money but has no recruiting skills, and other people have recruiting skills but they do not have the money. So that would also be a really good marriage working together. Now, if we have to state that if you decide to team up with someone, that is your responsibility. We're not planning anything for you. You have to make sure that you partner with people that you can trust and that they will pay you. We're not going to get involved in any of the politics there. Okay, but I do know it's an effective way to make sure that you do not miss out on joining us in this awesome business. Okay, the other thing I would say is use the website. I know Darren, I forgot to say this, Darren grew his Penny Matrix team, which is our $7 primary program, to over 2,200 people in 3.5 weeks. He was actually on vacation for 2 of those weeks because his website duplicated and sold people automatically. So your job is just to show your website that you're going to get for free to all of your friends, family, contacts, Facebook, YouTube, whatever you need to do. And the beauty part about this is that Ad Experts is so new, people have not seen it yet. So if you make a 1-minute video about what we're doing here, just your thoughts about being right at the top at the very beginning, you're going to get hits. And you don't have to sell anything beyond that. Just put your link for your website below it, and the website will do the selling for you.
Charles, just an add to your first point. We've had a bit of feedback on that in the past, and what we're launching tomorrow, we are, and I need to stress this, we are not managing this for you. All we're going to do is just provide the forum. So we've opened up a Facebook group for people to go to and ask that question about, I've got the money, or I've got the leads, who's there, and sort of create a partnership, a joint venture, call it what you want. So it is a facility for you to do that. We will have a mod in there to make sure it doesn't get spammed, but it's really important that everybody understands that nobody is going to be in front of that. It's an arrangement between the actual individuals, and we're just obviously providing a facility that people can go to.
Yeah. Yeah, I also want to point out that website does work. I will tell you this, I've gotten 2 people off of banner ads, off 2 little junk programs, and I got 2 people today by posting on Facebook. So, 2 people a day in 2 days worth of work on a holiday weekend, it's really that simple. The website works, these Hangouts work, okay? I know people that have just shared the Hangout so far, but it's time to get active. This is, like my wife recognizes, and everybody on this call recognizes, this is about timing, position, and how viral we can make it. Okay, the people that have the teams next to me have big groups of people that are very powerful and are going to bring in big groups. This is all going to create what we are going to call in this program spillover. Okay, so when you come in on that 8 line, and you don't recognize a single person on that funnel, It's just because you're on a funnel with other people that are working. You're by no means at all going to do this yourself. Everybody on that funnel is bringing more people. Every time you come out of a funnel, you're back into the top of another funnel. So you're going to be following some of the people you're bringing in. And some of the other leaders, like I, can end up behind you, pushing you through. So that's the beauty of this system. It's going to be very, very viral. If you do this right and get to work now, you know, you've got 5 days to really, really work hard for your once-in-a-lifetime chance to really do something big for you and your family, to set yourself free with financially. Whatever your goals are, you can achieve with this. You know, some of us have incredibly big goals. We have a lot of really great stuff coming. A couple things we can't even tell you about, but if the testing goes well in the next couple days on something else, we're going to actually make this thing blow up for you very, very easily in a way you'll never understand until we can tell you what it is. But I can tell you this. We're working very hard behind the scenes for you. You've seen the products that Darren does. You see the Hangouts that we're doing for you. You know that everyone in this call is doing private time with the people you're bringing, giving them the investment of our knowledge and our time to make this happen. And you know you're being tapped on the shoulder. If you don't recognize that this is here now and you don't take advantage of it, just like Mark says, we hope in your case it's not a success. Now, there's no way that's not going to be the case. This is going to be a success. The bigger thing is you're going to regret that you either didn't take action or you passed on this opportunity. Because in 2 months, people are going to know about this. People are going to want to find out how to get in here. They're going to be looking for your links wherever you're on out there. Okay? So take action. Remember you can go offline. Get with the people that can help you. Use the tools we build with you and change your life. Change your life. You are being tapped on the shoulder right now. This is a wake-up call. Okay? It's an opportunity for all of you. Please understand, we are here to help you make money. Every single leader on this call is all about our people. Okay? We understand one thing. If we make you successful, we're going to be successful. If we can't make you successful, we're not going to be successful. This is all about helping you. You know, and even Daniel said it to me when he introduced this program to me. He says, my goal is to make the biggest group of multimillionaires in MLM history in the shortest amount of time. And I believe he's going to totally do it. Because I know him, I know his heart, I know his drive and his passion, and Matthew Torn would never be involved with this program ever unless he totally believed it as well. So, you know, come along for the ride and enjoy it. Go to work. Let us help you. We have about 5 minutes before we really want to make this a drop-dead cutoff. We hate to make any of these things go over an hour. We try to even keep them at 45 minutes, so we do apologize. But are there any questions by any chance that have been posted that we might want to address? Or any other comments from Mark or anybody else, or Charles?
So I do have one quick comment. If any of you have people that are leaders in other companies and you want to give them private and personal attention, please let any of us know. And Bart and whichever leaders associated with that will join you in a private hangout. We want to make sure that they're given really good attention so they understand exactly how this works and why it would be good for their company. Okay? So Bart is going to have his contact details below this video, so just get in touch with him and say why and how you're connected, and he will take care of you. Okay?
Yep. Go ahead, Mark. You have a question?
Hi, yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, it was just about the board splitting. If the board splits and your upline or your downline seems to split across into the other board, how does that affect things?
Well, it only affects it in the sense that it has to split, or else it couldn't be 4 empty spots, let's say, or even 8 empty spots in either one of the funnels. So it's going to occur. But what the good thing is, again, is everybody in this funnel is doing the same thing. So we're all bringing people in. We're all motivated to have the same goal. So you're not out there by yourself trying to fill that hole, if you want to call it an upside-down matrix. Typically with these matrices, you start in spot number 1, you create spot number 2 and 3, and then those 2 spots are responsible to create the next 4 lines, and then so on and so on and so on. With this, it's exactly the opposite of that. You have to bring in 2 people, but even in the other program I was in with Darren, I only had 2 people on my whole entire $5,000 matrix, if you want to call it. At that point it was a matrix. Everybody else that was on there that paid me that money was other people's team, people they were bringing in. So, yeah, it has to split because that's the way it works. And yes, sometimes one person that is your direct that's following you will go on another funnel, but it's not going to matter, especially in the beginning, because there's going to be a huge amount of people that are going to have to be pushed through this. And every time someone's pushed through this, they come back around. You got to remember one thing about this one really, really cool key thing. Wherever you are and whoever you sponsor and whoever they sponsor and whoever they sponsor, as well as all of your additional positions you make, will always follow your number one spot. So you number one, your number 2, 3, 4 spot's going to follow you. All the people you sponsor will follow you. All the people they sponsor will follow you, and so on and so on and so on. It's follow the leader. It always will be follow the leader.
Yeah,
Okay?
that answers it. Thank you.
Perfect. Darren, would you like to put in a few words here? I mean, you have a lot more experience, like I do with the other program, and if there's anything else you want to speak towards your team or whatever else, your thoughts, put a nice little final touch on this.
Yeah, I think your last point was spot on, really, in the fact that because it's a follow your leader system, which some of these programs claim to be, but actually aren't. We've had experience of Daniel's program in the past, and it really does work that way. And you will find when you get into your back office, I'm probably talking a little bit hypothetical here, but when you get the back office up and running, it is really simple to see, and quite surprising, really. You may only start with 3 or 4 people, but they may be all on 3 or 4 different funnels, but you'll be able to see that they will chase back to you, and it just works. And actually, that's why we talk about 2 is fine because that qualifies you. But if you've got 2 people that are in the middle of a funnel, then it may take a little bit longer. It may take a couple of days to begin with, or it may take a couple of weeks to begin with for them to drop into your funnel. If you've got 3, 4, or 5 people, then you're going to cycle so much quicker. And in the early stages, 2 is fine, 3 is better, 5 is the perfect number. And as you expand and grow your business, then you will just find additional people to bring onto your front line, and you'll just cycle quicker and quicker and quicker and quicker, and it just gets ridiculous at some point. So yes, it works. And Mark told me today in another earlier today, for example, in a similar program that was run by Daniel, that he's just cycled through again, and he's probably not looked at that program for a good month.
Yeah.
And I think he's about, well, I won't tell him how much better it's off he is, but because his wife or girlfriend might be more interested in that. But he's financially better off, shall we say, than he was a few weeks ago. So the program just works, and you really, once you've got it set up, I'm not saying that we are the type of people that will just walk off and ignore something, but you can go on holiday and things will just happen automatically. That's the beauty of Daniel's programs. I have got one question. Someone's just Facebooked me, and they're talking about can we buy more than 1 spot? My understanding is that yes, you can.
Mm-hmm.
My word of caution would be that if, for example, you buy your spot, so if I buy a spot for myself and I buy a spot for my wife,
Mm-hmm.
that is fine in theory, and you can run and manage those spots. But just bear in mind that unless you're a big recruiter,
Mm-hmm.
you may find yourself stretched thinly trying to support 2 legs right at the beginning of when everything is happening. It's something that perhaps you could think of later on, unless you're a really experienced person. I did it in another program. I got away with it. I would not repeat that again. In actual fact, I'm not repeating it again in this program. I'm just focusing on the people below me, but you can do it. I would just have a word of caution really against not doing it this time. That's all.
Yeah,
It's going to be busy enough, and you're going to make enough money.
Yeah.
Honestly, at the end of the day, how much more money are you going to want than repeated $100,000 every month? I don't know.
Can I make one really quick comment? Okay, so we did allude to one of our primary businesses that cost $7. If you do not know about Penny Matrix and our call center and why that is good for ad experts, please get in touch with any of the leaders on this panel or with Bart, and then he can redirect you where it's required. We are growing a team of 50,000 new paid members per day. So this will be absolutely fantastic for your ad experts business.
Right. That's the key, folks. We're going to continue on bringing in people into this funnel, okay, from the top. I don't care if I've got 40 people coming in at launch. Some of those people will be placed under other people I'm trying to help, but I'm not going to stop promoting this. No one here will stop promoting this. Now, we might not be working as hard as we are in this first 2 weeks to get this all going, real well, but one thing we know is that we have something really successful. We're going to continue to promote it, okay? Because we're going to want it to keep on going viral, all right? And you should as well. So even if you come in with 3 or 4 people or 5 people, make it your project no matter what to get another 1 to 2 people a week from then on, okay? Because the other thing you'll be able to talk about is the success of the traffic, the conversions you're getting, and how it's going to naturally grow on, get more viral. We're going to get more attention, and I really want us to be the proactive team out there raising the flag saying, here we are, come join us. We have the tools. We're going to help you. We're going to have continuous training. We'll do at least 1 hangout a week even after we launch to help you out. Okay? It's going to go on. We're not going to leave you. It's not like, hey guys, come on in and bye. No. We understand how big this is. We want to keep this thing going. We want to keep it going really, really well for you. All right, guys, we've reached the 1 hour mark. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Thank you very much for taking your time. If you're on a holiday today in the States, thanks for taking your time to come and join us. This will be available in about 30 minutes in a recorded version. I'll be posting it where I can through my leaders and our leaders, and Darren will be putting it out there and everyone else as well for you to have this for the people that couldn't be here today. Thank you again for taking the time. Please recognize what we've recognized, that this is maybe the biggest first huge tap on your shoulder. There's going to be more to come. We'll tell you that. This is the beginning of something Charles has alluded to a few times. Darren knows all about it. Mark's going to know about it. But there's going to be more. This is just one incredible, awesome ride we're going to take to start off with. And just recognize it. Go to work. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your family. This is the time to take advantage of what you have right now. We're in pre-launch. Okay, folks? So again, thank you very much. Thanks for taking the time. We will join you again in 2 days on Wednesday night at 4 p.m.
See you later, guys. Goodbye. Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Talk to you later now.
Thank you.